now have a different player in the mix to the last time they played it. So already an aggressive start. Durka looking to try and get in their face as much as humanly possible. And well, manages to get that opener onto Adacaptain. And they kind of already have the attack boxed in, but that kill onto Cracks opened things up.
Yeah, there's a lot of weaknesses for Foot. Losing those opening duels just makes it so much harder. The pressure on as they attempt to crunch towards Arcade, and they won't be able to execute off that utility falling. Looks like Vitality are trying to find another approach, and Cyvoph opens that avenue.
Yeah, there's not a lot of time either. Spike already dropped onto the ground, and it's left all onto Cyvoph. Zeus already putting that first nail in the coffin, but even just surviving here is going to be nigh and impossible. The spike plant will go down at least, but you are boxed into a corner, trapped with your opponents standing in line. You need both shots immediately, and he won't even get one. Foot with a fantastic defensive round and an immediate response.
Zeus dodges the stun, looks for the fight, and is Durka on the other side, but he's not deterred, and maybe he should have been. Plenty of players backing him up, and Zeus down. Adacaptain looks to fill his boots, but boots of lead, they're sinking in this round.
All out aggression. They're literally just trying to stop Vitality before they can even get anywhere near any part of the map. And it does almost feel like Zeus has just been told to be disrespectful. It's not bad, but it's not as good as you might think for the side of Foot. It's looking like he's going to attempt to do some damage here. And he's going to fail.
4-1 up, you see Durka getting aggressive. He's on an agent that he can quickly back off around a corner, and you decide to go one by one aggression into that angle.
Like it's worked.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
2/3 of the time, which
this makes a difference being together on that swing. Stuns traded out. Cyvoph gets close. He's so aggressive, and look at his reward. A double pickup. An ult burned up by Adacaptain for nothing, all thanks to that reposition. Ult's online for Vitality. How this isn't the round where they'll need them. Cyvoph is carrying them across the finish line in this one. And it's Yedege with a stinger in a 1v3 as they get aggressive. Ult popped by Durka. An opportunity to really turn this back in their favor as they've pressured the weaker side. And Foot left into a very disadvantageous spot. A 1 versus 5. Mr. Fallen grabs the first with 4 more to go, and the spike very much planted. Rolling Thunder will be committed from Foot. They really want this round, and understandably would put them with a leg up at the half no matter what happens next. But Cyvoph's put Yedege in the dirt. It made it to the side at least, but those smokes soon to fade. Safe falls. Okay, they need a few more kills though, and it's mainly up towards heaven. Orbital Strike will be pulled into play, getting them a pick as well with Zeus falling. The spike still needing to be defused. The smoke's no longer blocking them. Cracks goes pushing, but he is caught as well. Everybody stepping up to the plate, but another fantastic round from Cyvoph. He seems so present in these rounds that they convincingly win, and now 6-5. 1 away.
18 and 6.
Yeah, it was thank you for the cricket.
5's looking good as well. 6-5. Last position looking to come in from behind. Salvos to force them more into the open and hoping space can be made, and it has been. Dirk has done well. There is Les, as I said. It seemed like he was completely unnoted by the opposing side, and Cyvoph is there to strike once again. A 6-6 half looking inevitable. Unless we can see that clutch from Dish, which
6-6 at the half. An impressive resurgence by Vitality, always within punching distance in this half, but eyes drawn to Cyvoph. What a phenomenal performance. Off the top of my head, 3-3Ks he was able to deliver here, owning the early momentum for this squad. We'll see how the second half pans out after the break.
Be nervous of the post-spawn as well. They could literally be anywhere. The way the Foot have been playing was so aggressive that you can even see just the nerves. There's 15 angles they need to check all at once, and the players just swinging one by one. We mentioned Cracks for his utility this round. It was irrelevant. 4 kills for him, 11 onto the board, and must have been around here somewhere. That's where all the bodies lie, but still a little nervous for where Safe is sitting. Vitality know that Spike was on the deck, and Les have a rough idea that he's around the sand area. That time now ticking. Safe already moved in on the site. Could try and hightail it back, but that clock is getting far too low. They need to make a move, and the crossfire setup should make it impossible. They are well aware of Les's position, but he'll find both anyway. around finally in this second half for the side of Vitality, but Mitch, they need 5 more.
Comes the big push, Molly up top, but Safe is the second player in the setup. Big swing around the back, but Les gets nothing. And now this becomes very troublesome indeed. If they get the plant here, Rolling Thunder for post-plant Zeus. This one looking like it's too tall a task to ask. It's 3 players lined up in a firing squad. Yedege, the safety in this play, to swing in and close it out. Just moments away from connecting their own map pick, 13-7. And momentum in Foot's favor as they move on to split.
Oh my god! Safe is on the Yoru.
Oh no.
Durka has moved to the race.
I'm very worried.
We have seen this on every iteration of rosters that Safe has been on. This is just...
I'm nervous.
I'm
very
yeah,
nervous.
I mean, this is, yeah, pull all the stops out, right?
Map 1, he wasn't shooting at all in map 1, so he's going to have to turn that completely around in this map.
And if it helps, he has never played Yoru before. This is his debut here in the lower bracket for elimination. Mitch and Dom, have fun with this one.
Without a captain and a classic, definitely nervous. Les looking to try and get back around, but it's already Durka within that site. Managing to get it to half. They've got to be a little bit careful. Spam's coming through. They're going to try and body block this and just stick it, but there comes the double. Oh, from behind, Krax has managed to find some though. That time is ticking away. Les is going to be revealed. He knows roughly where he is. Needs to land the shot. He's run out of bullets. It will be Les to get a freebie. Oh, Krax did so well, but there was no more in the clip.
As your opponents, at least in their mind, hopefully overreact to the direct play in the early rounds.
This is literally what made that Haven comp work initially. Was, okay, we're just going to take Safe, one of the best duelists in the world last year, or at least in EMEA, and then we're going to take Durka and put him on a duelist, probably the best duelist in EMEA last year.
Sight now under pressure. Zeus comes in to fill the gap.
15 seconds.
Patiently as the time ticks away. Yeah, they need to make a move. Although now he's been spotted. No more element of surprise. Big swing from Cyvoph. They found their pick, but they need the plant. 6 seconds on the clock and out of ammo. Yedege goes down, but they've managed to get that plant in. Cyvoph, 1v2. He needed that onto Ada Captain immediately, but he's picked off, and the round goes to Foot. A narrow margin in it, though. Oh, nice pick by Krax. Clay pigeon shooting, finding that in the TP, very much expected, but Les gets the element of surprise up top, pounces for a double, but that's all he'll get. Cyvoph in a familiar position, but the spike not planted this time, and players everywhere. Great adjustment by Foot.
Stefalin's goal once again is just to try and slow them down as much as possible, but he's under some serious pressure. Smoke will be there to cover him and still just surviving within this smoke, even potentially going to go through it. That's the spike on the ground. Another coming up with Ada Captain finally making that long rotation through. Well, only one standing. Cyvoph in these same positions again and again and again. 3-2. Very clean stuff from Foot.
Making it to a site, Les with a Viper's Pit. This is still winnable, but this is a very much an uphill battle. At least they still have that, I suppose not second smoker, I suppose Les is more the second smoker. But with the wall down, Cyvoph being alive is essential to get them onto B site.
Yeah. The worry is most of the time when you avoid the A site, Ada Captain is there, but I don't think he wants to overface this one. Viper's Pit might be utilized. Never mind, Ada Captain does want to do that. And with the tail utility going in, the Salvos is going to deny them a plant. They've only got 10 seconds to try and get this in. Paranoia being sent through, TP behind it, and whoa, that's a nasty surprise. Cyvoph in another 1v3. Hasn't gone well.
Big mistake, a big cost pay. Ada Captain was blind, and he still tagged up Durka. Now he's taking another, fakes the TP out, and it almost worked. The picks go back the other way, though, for Vitality. A 3 versus 3 they've ended up in. A real chance for the attackers to pick up a round.
Mr. Fallen wasn't sure if Safe actually stuck the TP or faked it. Krax versus Cyvoph could end up being incredibly important. It's such an unorthodox position, and Cyvoph with another triple kill. We've seen so many in that first map. Yedege looking to try and push through and clear him, and actually Let's has gone down. He's been taken out by the salvos. That's the Viper's been gone. Yenishay now finds another. This was looking like, again, a great opportunity. And now Cyvoph, he needs to ace. He needs to find it all for them to be able to win this. Already looking to try and tag that to half, and his head has been spotted over the top of the box. It will be hiding within, and they don't expect him. I think he even got tagged by a vulnerable from Yenishay from above, and a captain is still somehow here. Eventually, again, it goes down to running out of ammo. That's been Foot's biggest weakness in this map, has been running out of bullets. But I'm seeing a clutch scenario. I'm seeing Foot with what is now a 9-round streak.
It's been tough so far. I like this, though, stacked up on the backside of firing squad. An impossible task for Yenishay. He swings in, and he's out of the round. Vitality, 3 rounds on the board at the half. Safe goes down, not an easy position to connect from. Marshall in the open on A, mid-rotate as he's picked off, and now the A site very much taken. In fact, they have so much time, and they go for an orb. And then the plant, so Zeus will have ultimate online, not expecting to have any battles to fight. Indeed, he won't. Out of captain.
He's not falling for that anymore.
No.
You have done that about 6 times in this
Every
game.
time I
just teleport to the same position and go, there's no way anybody's going to expect that. A post plant once again. All they have to do is convert that advantage.
Urka, nice blast pack. They still win the duels, though. And another for Zeus. It's a 3v2. The advantage back into Foot's court. But safe. The operator, he's picked off a key player. The one that was on site. Now the pressure on. But it's on to Safe instead. 45 HP. Yenishay's going to peek, but the shot isn't landed. This was a big opportunity. The man advantage potentially, but now Cyvoph is isolated. And Safe stuck up close. He's not caught by the ult. One player is, that might sell out the fake. They might not expect him to still be so close, and he'll get his reward, but Yenishay pulls it back into their favor. Now the off, stuck behind a smoke. They need another hero. Showstopper fired in for another. Vitality with a real opportunity. Both players spotted. Nade in on the C's. Mr. Fallen barely survives, holding on for dear life, but Safe sends him packing. 12-6.
Why, it's necessary.
Absolutely. Oh!
What?
Zeus! In such a crucial time for Vitality. Pulling out a play like that. The pit now blocking off so much. The pathway they'd like to use to get back in. The plant secured. And an operator through a pit. Oh, this is disastrous. Of all the times to make a play like that, Zeus, he may be out of the round, but...
Does Vitality look like they might be going out with a whimper Cyvoph unless all that stands in the way of Foot, and they will not stand much longer. Foot send Vitality packing. Your champions of kickoff eliminated by the Turkish squad, looking to battle through that lower bracket.